Hello, hello from Prague. I hope you can hear us. If yes, please can you write us hello or anything you would like to share with us, just to be sure that everything is working. And we will start because today we have a really interesting topic. We hope it will take us only 30 minutes, but it could be maybe more. We will see according to your questions. Your questions, please write into the chat. And today the topic is Halla Smart. It means the future of smart solutions for lighting. In the end, we will again have some questions. The polls are already here, so you can answer to us. Thank you for your answers that you already gave to us. And let me introduce myself. Again, I'm Teresa and I am responsible for marketing. And here is Jan.
Hello, I'm Jan Bina and I'm a lighting technician in Halla. I hope that today's webinar will be beneficial and interesting for you. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask in the chat. Our technical director, Honza Petrášek, will answer your questions, or Teresa and I can answer immediately.
Yes. And to start, I will just show you today's agenda. Let's go briefly through it. We will show you what is Halla Smart, what are the advantages of using smart solutions, what is a portfolio of our products, and also explain you the control options of smart solutions that we suggest to you to use in your project. And thank you for your answers in the poll. I will quit it, and I have one more questions for you. If you can share with us how many projects do you regularly have in your everyday business or life? Do you have a lot of or not? How many % of projects you have with smart luminaires? Because it's very interesting for us as well. So thank you for your answers. We are getting them. And maybe we can slowly move on. Yes. So why use smart lighting control? Oh, well, it's not anything new that in the past we had control just on the wall and we needed to go to it and touch it and change the light on or off. But today we have so many options what we can use. We can use smartphones to control it, and it's really easy. What does it bring it to us? So the smart solutions bring added value of dimming in the form of higher visual comfort and also the flexibility of lighting solutions. It has valuable comfort features thanks to remote control, light scenes, and human-centric lighting. And by setting dimming, daylight control, or motion detection, you can reach energy savings. There is also possibility of integrating lighting into a complex building management. And also, what is also important, there is a possibility of custom settings of control parameters by the customer. Let's move on. Where to use smart lighting controls? Well, anywhere. And you all also know it because I saw your answers in the poll that you have it also at home. So this is one of the options, and very valuable. It's in administrative places, also buildings, or also open spaces or small offices. There is an option. And what is the Halla Smart portfolio? The important thing is this icon. I will show you. We use this icon in all our materials. You can find it in our website on the products, and also in our catalog. We use it here. So if you are interested in the luminaires with the smart control, we use this icon. How to filter the products in Halla portfolio. There are some options how to get to it. I will show it to you on the website. The first is when you get to the product. Oh, I'm sorry. I will go back. When you get to the product website, here is a first way how to get to the filtering. You will just click on it and you will get to Halla Smart Luminaires. The other way how to get it is this filter, and it makes the same thing. It will filter the product. The last way how to get it is when you are also anywhere on homepage or anywhere in our website, you will just move here, and there will be a window that will open here, and here is also the click to Halla Smart portfolio. So these are three options how to get to filtered products that support the Halla Smart. And the other thing which is new on our website is the website where is the information about Halla Smart in global. You will get the details of it, and you will understand what we use, how we use it, and what are the options of it. You will get to this website from the homepage. It's in the carousel in the main topics, and you will just click here and you will get to Halla Smart, which is on this website. And also you can get to it through the tech support website. There is also a way how to get it there. The important thing is that this microsite about Halla Smart is let's say maybe not so technically described. I think that also I understood it, so everyone well will understand it. And if you need more technical details, you can use this technical sheet, these technical details, which you can download from PDF and learn more. So we can go through it. Jan, my colleague, will show you the technical details, and we can move.
According to the level of complexity, we divided the Halla Smart program into 3 separate sections. The difference is whether you need a single luminaire or you will control the entire floor of an office. And now let's look at the first of them, which are luminaires with sensor. In the photo, we can see a linear system of SANT-S with an external sensor. According to the name of this level, it's clear that these will primarily be separate luminaires with an integrated sensor. But this may not be the case in situations where it's better to place the sensor elsewhere. In this way, this lighting system automatically responds to daylight and presence of people. It's possible to set user light level too, either by continuous regulation or by simple switching on and off, all with the help of a button or remote control. Each of the levels can be implemented through different technical solutions, and their possibilities are technically discussed in a PDF download for each of the levels. In this case of luminaires with sensor, 2 possible solutions are being developed. At the same time, it's important to say that their suitability needs to be discussed for each specific project. So please do not hesitate to contact technical support, where we will be happy to advise you. This diagram shows the freestanding Clara, complete with 4 Touré downloads, controlled by a motion and a daylight sensor. So we have 2 separate groups of luminaires, each of which responds to current lighting conditions. Whether it's the lighting of the desk worktop or its surroundings. Lyra has the option of an integrated sensor, push button, and a remote control. In Ture downlights, we can see that two wires comes out of them, and we can then control them with a push button, and at the same time we can control them with a sensor. The previously shown office was small, but if we considered a large one and with more freestanding luminaires, it's preferable for them to react to each other. We achieve this with the swarm mode, where we set ties for them and they then communicate with each other. For projects, we solve not only the fulfillment of legislative requirements, but also functionality and comfort, and therefore this mode, the side luminaires, will be lit for lower illumination, which will ensure a pleasant and smoothing workspace. The overview on the right explains the possibilities of solving freestanding luminaires from a simple on and off via a button, an autonomous variant with a sensor, to the swarm function from Osram. The version with the remote control will be introduced soon and allows you to change the settings. The luminaire codes have an internal creation logic, but you don't need to know. Our technical support will be happy to help you with that.
Yes, and let's go to the products that support this group of luminaires. Well, we here show the luminaires, which is the round or freestanding or linear system or single luminaires, but the whole portfolio you can find on our website. And it's really important to say that it would be the best if you contact our tech support, because we are still improving our portfolio and trying to adapt all of our portfolio to smart luminaires. So sharing the information with us will help also to you, because we can improve ourselves and together get to the best option for your projects. I will just look if we have some questions. I see there are some, but they are already answered by Jan. Thank you, and we can move on. Here is just a project that we make in Germany and Switzerland, and this is the popular solution in Switzerland because it's very flexible and also in combination with smart, because you can take layer and move anywhere you need to.
Compared to the previous section, we have more setting and control options for digital control systems. This includes HCL, human-centric lighting, which is becoming quite popular. The fundamental difference between tunable white and HCL is in the automatic control of the color temperature change in time. On the other hand, more options also bring a more comprehensive approach and therefore the need for system programming. On the Halla website, on the Halla Smart website, you can download technical presentation of DALI digital control systems. With an expanding portfolio of systems, we will regularly add and expand these files. In the picture, you can see a scheme of the office with windows and 2 rows of Zuli louver luminaires, and in the corridor area also the Ture downlights. On the left is the situation during a sunny day, when the workstations at the windows do not need so much light, at least compared to the more distant ones. And the same goes for the cloudy sky shown on the right. This feature is called offset and can be achieved with a single sensor, which is economical and simple. However, as you can see, 2 sensors are shown throughout the room, but this is to detect movement in the room and not to regulate light output. In addition, there is a touch panel at the door, which can be used to manually regulate the intensity, color temperature, and at the same time it can start present scenes.
And Jan, what are exactly the scenes?
A scene is used when we want to evoke a specific lighting situation, such as changing the light output of a luminaire or more luminaires. The scene will not only respond to this command, but also can be time dependent and based on current lighting conditions. We must start with an example of our own offices. The photo shows a corridor going through the entire upper floor, where our new lighting system Flumo S is beautifully lined up. The upper floor is realized by a cable digital control system, DALI. Corridors and offices are sensed by sensors, which is not only economical, but also a representative solution with very pleasantly lit spaces, of course, in the human-centric lighting standard. The cherry on the top is Helvar's active ahead sensors, which can learn the movement patterns in its environment, can predict movement, and adjust to the luminaire operation accordingly. To be able to give you good advice, we test various systems and many of them are implemented directly in our premises, so we can introduce them to you personally. Here is the realization in University Hospital in Olomouc, where we use the DALI digital system. But with regard to the all-day operation of both the hospital and especially the ambulance, we would prefer the application of HCL. Unfortunately, this could not happen, but at least comprehensive was chosen between day and night operation. The luminaires have a color temperature of 3,500 kelvins. In this corridor equipped with motion sensor, the system would regulate illuminance in the absence of people. As soon as it would notice them, the illuminance would rise to the value according to the curve with the corresponding color temperature. After the set delay, they would start to regulate to the maintenance level again. This is best shown on the HCL sample curves on the next slide. As you can see, the change in color temperature is linked to the time of the day or the anticipated work activity, which is connected to illuminance.
Sorry.
The color temperature curve is thick and colored, and the illuminance curve is thin and black. This can be easily achieved by controlling with the DALI digital control systems. HCL curves are different in different spaces. Here are given examples of hospital and households for comparison.
And we would like to show you our pilot project which we sponsored together with the company DNA. It's a Montessori school Andílek, which we made many years ago, and it was one of the first experiences with setting up human-centric lighting. We used, well, it's special because there are not only kids programs during the day, but also the programs for adults in the evening. And the place doesn't use only motion sensors, but also the sensors reacting to the daylight sensors. And in this project, we used the system of Helvar, and we made it according to the specific needs. So we prepared the HCL curve according to it. Well, in our website, I would like to notice that we have a really wonderful video of this project, so you can see it and know more about it. The other project, also with the children place, is in Theta Palace in Prague, and these are the Luminaires Hygge, which were prepared for 3 scenes in tunable white. And the teachers just decide which scene is the best according to the activity of children, which is there in the meantime. And these scenes, they can change on the touch panel of DALI.
As another example of the importance of smart solutions, I would like to show you the implementation of Snapcore company. Due to the inconsistency of the designer, we were forced to add a Bluetooth solution to the considered DALI driver system and use it in the meeting room where is system Luminaire Flumo S. Here is photo of one office where you can see ring luminaire Rotao, but there is also not shown direct indirect round luminaire Rundo. All of them are handled by Bluetooth. The situation occurred due to the lack of 5-core wiring in offices. Nevertheless, the customer wanted to keep the elegant smart control, and therefore it was necessary to solve the situation alternatively. We recommended the Osram DALI Eco Bluetooth control due to the need to control the luminaires with a button. This example shows us that it's possible to combine the classic DALI system with a Bluetooth solution, which we will introduce to you in more detail after this slide. As the name suggests, in this part we are going to deal with a modern and constantly discussed wireless solution. Bluetooth has significantly changed the approach to controlling luminaires because it uses devices that we all have, phones and tablets that we carry with us practically all the time, and they provide us with connection to modules that are placed in luminaires, sensors, and touch panels. The modules communicate with each other and create a network. We can easily add and remove modules to this network. The most well-known interface is Kasambi, but there are others, such as DALI Eco from Osram and so on. The principle is very similar, and that is why I would now focus on Kasambi.
Jan, but why the wireless? Is there any difference?
No, not really. There is no difference in communication between a wire and wireless solution, but this is not the point. The most common reason are all electric installation or insufficient project preparation. Luminaires are the last solution in the design and are often underestimated by the designer and the investor too. I mentioned this example in the case of Snapcore implementation, when despite the original invention, 5-core cabling to almost all considered areas was not involved in the design. Then there is no time, space, or opportunity to change it. And in this situation, the Bluetooth solution will do it all. For more technical info about Bluetooth solutions, go to the web and check the downloadable PDF. Bluetooth technology has a certain limitation in communication between components. If the luminaires are 12 meters apart, then it can happen that we are able to connect to them at this distance with a smart device. But there may already be a problem with communication between the luminaires themselves. The explanation is a stronger Bluetooth signal in the phone or tablet. The maximum communication distances differ for pendant and surface-mounted luminaires and also depend on the sealing material. Therefore, it's necessary to consult the project with our technical support so that we can recommend a suitable solution and guarantee functionality. We test the maximum communication distances for our smart products. Suspensions of round luminaires from 1.3 meter to 1 meter below the ceiling have a communication range of up to 6.5 meter. When the distance from the ceiling is shortened, the communication distances between the luminaires also decreases. According to our test, it behaves similarly to surface-mounted luminaires. We chose our showroom as a suitable space to explain the functionality of Kasambi. Everything is set up and managed via a smart device in which the Kasambi application is installed. Individual luminaires are added to the network in the picture. We can see the elegant Mila S luminaire, Rotao rings, Linear Sound S, and Track Valley T. In the vestibule, there are round huge. We will create groups from the luminaires to define the scenes and assign sensors and touch panels. Such a system can be controlled by a wireless touch panel, which can also be battery-free. Everything can be switched off with a single press, and the luminaires can be completely autonomous thanks to the wireless sensor. I often find that with the setting of sensor there is sometimes a problem, because it's necessary to first set the sensor in the network, then add it to the scene, and finally set it up.
And again, to the products that that are supported by Halla Smart, here are just some of them that we want to show you. It's Tura Downlight, Ravo, or a system or single luminaire Lina 80, or it could be any other linear luminaire. And as I said, please just ask our tech support, and they will tell you if the luminaire that you have chosen for your project is suitable to the smart system. But almost all of them already are, so feel free to ask.
In this implementation, the Nationale Nederlanden required the luminaires to be switched on and off without regulation. After the installation, however, they come up with the requirement that in areas where they often project or display content on television, they would like to be able to reduce the lighting so that they could avoid unpleasant brightness on the display and at the same time not to have complete dark. These were primarily meeting rooms. That's why we designed the luminaires and added the Bluetooth solution. This is a very suitable solution for the linear system supplied here due to the fact that one unit can control more luminaires and so reduce investment costs. So there is a way to significantly increase user comfort in the already delivered implementation without changing the luminaires. Here are the new representative premises of Booking.com, which are linear system Lina 80S in compliance with UGR lower than 19. As you can see in the photo, the system lit the whole space. From our point of view, this solution directly encourages the use of HCL, which will become very popular in the future.
Well, and because this is the last picture and project that we want to show to you, we will give you time for your questions because still something is coming. And in the meantime, I would like to inform you about our upcoming webinar that will be in 3 weeks on 16th June, and it will be a virtual tour through our factory. It will be maybe a little bit longer than half an hour, let's say 45 minutes. We will run through it because it's quite a big factory, and I'm sure it will be really interesting for you and also for us. We are sure it will be advantages for us. And before we will quit our today's webinar, I would like to ask you to answer the last poll, which is if you get some new information today. And we are still here for your questions. So you can still ask Jan. I see he's still answering to you. I hope everything was clear. If not, you can contact us still in the chat box or afterwards and through the email. and we will still stay with you. We have 1 more minute, but we can stay much more if some other questions will arise. And before you will answer your poll, we would like to say goodbye to you. Thank you for your time. I hope that it was valuable. 30 minutes for you. For us, definitely yes. For me, definitely. Well, Jan is really professional, but for me, most of the information was new. So let's hope also for you, it makes sense to spend the time with us. So thank you for your time. And the last thing, we will have again the video from it. We can send you the presentation, so do not hesitate to answer the questionnaire after the webinar. You will just click to the link to it, and you can write there your email. We will send it to you. So I think that's everything we needed and wanted to tell to you today. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for your attention.
Okay, and we are still here for your questions, so you can keep on asking and we will answer it, or later through email or on the phone. So thank you very much and have a nice day.
Thank you. Goodbye.